Hello everyone, and welcome back to Good Morning KU Sports. I'm Lexi, your host, and today we have a strong lineup for you. First up, we will jump to Emil with Jayhawk Sports Report, then we will hop to Josie with a rundown of the current Big 12 standings. Later in the show, we will do an Olympics recap and talk about how the past week has looked for KU Sports, as well as what's to come this weekend. Before we get into it, I have some news regarding a popular practice here at KU, camping. On Tuesday this week, a camping leader was removed from their position after GroupMe messages were leaked, which showed messages from the leader telling her group to lie about the number they drew. If you regularly attend KU basketball games, I'm sure you are familiar with camping. If not, let me try to give you a simple rundown. For each home game, most people want to sit as close to the court as possible, but in order to do this, you have to camp. And no, you don't need a tent and you won't be outside. Instead, you and your group of up to 30 people will show up to Allen Fieldhouse at 5:30 in the morning on what are called lottery days. You will check in, receive a number, then wait in the field house until your number is called. Once called, someone from your group will draw a chip with a new number on it. For every 5 people in your group, you will get 1 chip. This means the more people, the greater chance you have of drawing a good number. Lower numbers equals better seats. But the only caveat is someone from the group has to be present from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. on these days so that when your group name is called, someone is there to respond. Otherwise, your group will get moved to the back of the list. This process is clearly very long and complicated, but it's there for a reason. Not only is it a long-standing tradition, but it also helps maintain fairness and give all students a fair shot at getting good seats for home games. That being said, since it is completely random, not everyone draws the number they want. In this case, it caused someone with power to try and manipulate the system to work in their favor. It makes you wonder if those messages weren't leaked, would they have gotten away with it? And is it possible that other camping leaders could be getting away with the same thing? We will just have to trust that everyone else is making honest choices. KU has one final home game on March 7th against K-State, and it's a big one, so if you're planning on going, I suggest finding a camping group to join as soon as possible. That's all I have for you. Let's head over to Emil with today's Jayhawk Sports Report.
Thanks, Lexi. I bet Jayhawk basketball fans are feeling a lot better after that big Monday home victory over the 5th-ranked Houston Cougars. That win improves Bill Self's record in big Monday home games to 41-0. KU is coming off an upset loss to Cincinnati on a night where they just weren't shooting well from the three-point, with only shooting 22%. But thanks to a 23-point performance, 5-rebound performance from Trey White, including a full court pass to Melvin Council Jr. in the second half, and a dominant performance from Bryson Tiller on the defensive side that saw 10 rebounds and 4 blocks from the freshman. And there was a statement play from Melvin Council Jr. that saw a steal turn into 3 crucial points. And after that, it was full steam ahead for the Jayhawks as they ultimately went on a 19-4 run, and they ultimately went on to win that big Monday matchup. KU is now 21-7 overall and 11-4 in the Big 12, tied for second place with Houston. Next up, it's a road trip to Arizona against number 2 ranked Arizona on Saturday, and then on Tuesday, it's Arizona State. The women's team upset the 20th ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders yesterday on senior night in Allen Fieldhouse. The 68-59 victory pushes the overall record to 18-11 and 8-9 in the conference. The Jayhawks will close out the regular season at Oklahoma State on Saturday, and the Big 12 Conference Tournament will start next Wednesday at the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. But Brandon and Jackson will have a more in-depth recap on the Houston and Texas Tech game for you guys later. The Kansas baseball team won their first of 4 games in Minnesota on Wednesday night with an 8-7 victory over the Golden Gophers. It was an exciting game with 6 combined home runs making up that 8-7 score, with Kansas accounting for 2 of them, including a Dylan Schlotterbeck home run in the 6th inning and a 7th inning home run from Augusto Munguerieta. On the losing side, Minnesota tallied 4 home runs, including a 2-home run 3rd inning, a 7th inning home run, and then a 9th inning home run. However, ultimately, it wasn't enough to stop the Red Hot Jayhawks, who are currently on a 4-game winning streak. The series is currently being played at the Vikings US Bank Stadium this week, with Game 2 tonight at 6 p.m. And you might be asking, well, where can I watch that? Well, for those of you who are asking, it'll be on the Big 10 Plus network. Jayhawks softball team is heading to Arkansas this weekend for the Woo Pig Classic, where they're going to be playing Omaha, Boise State, Charlotte, and Arkansas. The Jayhawks will play one game at Wichita next week before their home opener against Utah State on Friday, March 6th at our very own Rock Chalk Park. Well, that's it for sports today. Next up, it's going to be Josie, who's going to update y'all all about those Big 12 basketball standings.
Thanks, Emil. Taking a look now at the Big 12 standings as we head into the final stretch of the season. And as we expect, this conference is an absolute battle among some of the best teams in the country. Leading the way, it's Arizona Wildcats with a 13-2 conference record. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak and look to continue that this Saturday when the Jayhawks visit Tucson. I'll have more on that matchup later. Kansas, Iowa State, Houston, and Texas Tech are all tied for second with an 11-4 record overall, making every game just that much more important. UCF is currently 6th in the standings with 9 wins and 6 losses. BYU is in a little bit of a slump heading into March, losing to UCF 97-84. The Cougars tied for 7th with TCU, both programs 8-7. It's in West Virginia and Cincinnati with 7 wins and 8 losses, both teams defeating the Jayhawks earlier this season. Colorado is 6-9 and is 11th in the standings. Arizona State and Oklahoma State are both 5-10. Baylor is next up, sitting 4-11, and K-State and Utah are bringing us home, both 2-13 in the conference. Both programs have seen better days. The Big 12 race is far from over, and the next week will provide us some much-watched basketball. Back to you, Lexi.
Thank you, Josie and Emil. Stay with us, and after this short break, Brandon is going to give us a recap of the Olympics, and Josie will be back with a preview of the KU Arizona game this Saturday.
Yeah, I always just clap in this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part? It's the most complicated one.
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go.
Just clapping now.
No humps. Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Mine was just 2 people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to
1,
do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just I don't know the
Sorry.
head.
It's hard by yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Brandon and I'm here to give you an in case you missed it about this year's Winter Olympics, although I'm not really sure how you could have. It recently concluded in Milan, Italy. The games ran from February 6th to February 22nd, ending with Norway bringing home the most total medals with 41, 18 gold, 12 silver, and 11 bronze. The United States followed the Norwegians with 33 medals, 12 gold, 12 silver, and 9 bronze, with 6 gold and 17 total being made up from the women's teams. And Italy rounded out the top 3 with 30 total medals, 10 gold, 6 silver, and 14 bronze. Likely the most followed events of the Winter Games were the men's and women's ice hockey finals. Both events consisted of the United States taking on Canada. Both events finished with a 2-1 overtime win for Team USA. For the women, defender Megan Keller scored the winning goal for the women's team. The U.S. caught Canada mid-shift change, allowing Keller to get ahead of the Canadian defender as she received the puck on the left side of the zone from Taylor Heisey. Keller put an excellent out-to-in move to get inside of the trailing defender for Canada, giving her the chance to seal gold for the United States, which she converted. Here's USA goalie Aaron Frankel had an unbelievable performance as well. An incredible 98% save percentage, only allowing 2 goals on 99 total shots throughout the entire tournament, helped boost the United States to a gold medal. 3 days later, the United States men's team took down Canada for gold in a similar fashion. Early on in the overtime period, one of NHL's best, Nathan MacKinnon, tried to take on U.S. center forward Jack Hughes. Hughes was able to redirect MacKinnon, allowing goalie Connor Hellebuck to poke away the puck, giving the U.S. control. Defender Zach Rowinski was able to give it to Hughes, who then poked the puck around Canadian defender Cale Makar back to Rowinski. A now 3-on-1 United States advantage allowed Werenski to get even with the Canadian goal, where he then passed it back inside to Hughes, who scored the golden goal for the United States. Similar to the women's team, goalie Connor Hellebuyck was the MVP for the States. Hellebuyck made incredible save after incredible save against Canada, keeping the Americans in the fight, including this save here, which, to be honest, I still have no clue how he did it. The American goalie led the tournament in save percentage at 95.6%. including saving 41 of 42 goals in the gold medal game. While it wasn't the infamous Miracle on Ice, where a group of amateur college hockey players took down the defending gold medalist Soviet Union in 1980, this win marked the first gold medal for the U.S. since that moment, spanning 46 years. Some more notable medals for the United States came from figure skater Alyssa Liu, who won the first ever women's figure skating gold medal at only 20 years old. Liu retired from the sport in 2022 at age 16, but made a successful comeback in Milan. Jake Cantor earned the first U.S. medal in his men's snowboarding slope style since 2018, bringing home bronze. Snowboarding great Chloe Kim fell only 2.25 points short of winning her third straight gold medal on women's halfpipe. Kim had to settle for silver after failing her final attempt, forcing her final score to be her first run on the slope. Overall, it was a great Winter Games all around for the many countries, providing unforgettable moments for everyone involved. That's all I have on the 2026 Winter Olympics. Now here's Josie to give you guys a preview of the upcoming game between KU and Arizona.
Thanks, Brandon. A big road game this weekend for the Jayhawks as they take on number 2 ranked Arizona Wildcats. In their last matchup in Allen Fieldhouse, the Jayhawks took down Arizona, winning 82-78 without Darren Peterson. The Jayhawks would love to do it again. Arizona looks to keep their 3-game winning streak alive, and Kansas is looking to build some momentum heading into March. Arizona has been extremely tough on their home floor, their crowd bringing in a ton of energy. The key for Kansas is staying composed, handling pressure, and executing offensively and defensively. The X factor in any game for Kansas is Darren Peterson. We know he is a generational talent. In the last matchup against Arizona, Darren Peterson was out with flu-like symptoms, and I, for one, am excited to see what he can do against this top 2 team. This is the kind of game that prepares you for the pressure and excitement in March. Teams playing tough, physical, and for the Jayhawks, this game will be on the road. We'll see if the Jayhawks can rise to the occasion in Tucson. Tip-off is set for 3 o'clock this Saturday, the 28th. Back to you, Lexi.
Thank you, Josie and Brandon. I think we're all excited for a chance to run back a win against Arizona. After this final break, Brandon and Jackson are going to give us a recap of the KU Houston men's and the KU Texas Tech women's basketball games. And finally, Josie will close us out with the weather. Stay tuned.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Mike, get off your phone. Put your phone down while you're driving. That's not safe. I've told you this. Please.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back, I'm Jackson. And I'm Brandon. Let's talk about some big games for men's and women's KU basketball this past week.
KU bounced back and got a huge win in Allen Fieldhouse. KU started the game slow and Houston's defense was stifling the Jayhawks offense, but the Jayhawks by the end of the first half were able to go on an 11-0 run after a few free throws and then a floater from Melvin Council. and the huge McDowell free got the Jayhawks within 5, and Allen Fieldhouse got the energy back in the building. And then after, Darren Peterson, with about 10 seconds half, made a shot from mid-range to put the Jayhawks up 31-27 at the half. Then KU was able to use an early 12-0 run to start the half to put the Jayhawks up by 20. Then Houston made a late push to get Houston within 13. Trey White scored on 23 points and 6 of 9 shooting and hit all 8 of his free throws. Bryson Tiller scored on 11 points, 3 of 5 shooting, and made 5 of 7 free throws.
Yeah, Jackson, you touched on it. Houston opened the game hot, getting up by 8 points multiple times in the first 10 minutes. However, KU wouldn't really allow the Cougars to pull away. They cut those leads to within 4, staying within arm's reach. Houston, however, took another couple possession lead late in the half, going up 27-20. Fortunately for Kansas, this was the final time that the Cougars scored in the first half. Kansas was able to use the momentum from that the 11-0 run that you mentioned and proceeded to dominate the second half, pulling away for the 69-56 victory. The win keeps the Jayhawks undefeated under Bill Self on Big Monday at home at 41-0, as well as never losing back-to-back games in Allen Fieldhouse under Coach Self. Kansas has now beaten 3 AP top 5 opponents on the year, number 1 Arizona, number 2 Iowa State, and number 5 Houston. Now, Jackson, I've got to ask you, what do you think won the game for the Jayhawks on Monday?
We got to go all out, and we've got to play this game out against Arizona. We need all hands on deck. Darren is going to have to play really well and shoot. If he can have a good night and just shoot like 25, if he could score 25, we'll have a good chance. Badunga, if them two could connect almost and have one of those nights against Arizona, we will win.
Completely agree. The men weren't the only upset winners in Allen Fieldhouse, however, over the past week. The women's basketball team hosted the number 20 Texas Tech Lady Raiders on Wednesday, February 25th, the team's senior night. They won 68-59 with 4 players scoring double figures. Reagan Williams had 10 points and 4 rebounds. Elle Evans had 11 points. Jalea Davis had 12 points and 10 rebounds, her second career double-double. And Tamaya Nichols led the Jayhawks with 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. This win puts Kansas at 8-9 in Big 12 play. The Jayhawks are currently on the outside looking in for the women's March Madness tournament, so this win was huge for the team.
Reagan Williams had 10 points and 4 rebounds. Elle Evans had 11 points. Jalea Davis had 12 points and 10 rebounds, her second career double-double. And Samaya Nichols led the Jayhawks with 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. They win, put the Jayhawks at 8-9 in Big 12 play. The Jayhawks are currently on the outside looking in for Women's March Madness tournament, so this is going to be a huge win for the team.
That's all we have for you here today. Here's Josie with this weekend's weather.
Now, well, we've seen some great weather along with some great basketball being played recently. We can expect a warm end to this week, as today and tomorrow looking like beautiful days. We are expecting the winds to pick up slightly throughout the day today and sticking around for tomorrow. And a wet start for next week. I'll talk about that coming up. Currently, we have a temperature of 56 degrees, sunny conditions with a dew point at 37. The winds today moderately breezy at 11 miles per hour out of the west. They'll die down later tonight and continue tomorrow afternoon. Outside in Manhattan, we can see a clear sky, not a cloud in sight. Same in Lawrence. It's looking like a beautiful day with high temperatures and moderate wind. Temperatures in the area: 56 in Leavenworth, 56 in Lawrence, 57 in Ottawa, 58 in Topeka and Kansas City. Overall, a beautiful day outside, and it's only going to continue to get better with a high of 70 degrees at 3 p.m. No clouds in sight today. Our winds staying out of the northwest for most of the day and dying down later this evening, about 3 miles per hour. Gusting up to 22 though. Tomorrow we should expect to see a similar day as today with a clear sky, and with clear skies and high pressure, we expect to see some strong wind gusts up to 22 miles per hour. Wind tomorrow, northwest, becoming more northerly throughout the day, 10 miles per hour. Beautiful day outside tomorrow. Make sure you get some plans out, because once we get past these nice 2 days, it's looking a little bit more dreary outside and a little bit cooler. We go from 71 on Saturday and sunny to Sunday. We have mixed precipitation expected with a high of 41, so much cooler. And this precipitation could be some rain moving into snow. It's going to be not nice outside, so try to stay inside. We're looking at rain and precipitation starting in the early morning, lasting throughout middle afternoon on Sunday. Lots of rain for the start of next week. These are not continuous showers throughout the whole entire day. For most of these, we have AM showers on Wednesday, AM showers on Thursday as well, but our temperatures rebounding nicely once we get past Wednesday, back up to 68 already. We are now going to be in March once we get to Sunday. So overall, some nice weather expected. That's all I have for you. Back to Lexi.
It looks like it's going to be a great weekend for KU sports, and thank you, Josie. Thank you for joining us this morning on Good Morning KU Sports, and be sure to tune in to Playmakers at 12. As always, rock chalk.